when I had the white Porsche, and I got in front of the driver's seat, and I was just like, oh, this is normal. I know where the clutch is. It feels perfect. With the Ranges, I've driven all of the different models. I just fully believe that this is something that I'm supposed to do. Now it feels weird if I pull up in a Benz. You know, sometimes I got to get the Benz because that's the best price. But now that I've gotten used to the Porsches and the Range Rovers, even though I don't own them yet, I am renting. I'm practicing for my wealth. I once have gotten bigger. Porsches and Range Rovers are cool. I want a Ferrari. You know?
Oh wow.
What's a Ferrari
Okay.
like? That's the next level. I'm not so much of a Ghost or a Rolls guy, but why not? Lamborghini, why not? McLaren, why not? Yeah. So once you train your mind to get used to certain steps, your mind starts to search for what's next, and that's what I'm searching for. What's next? Need a Ferrari. I can see me in a Ferrari, right?
I can see it.
Tell a story.
Okay, first you get the money, and then you get respect. If you ain't putting in work, then don't go begging for no checks. Get it how you really want it.
No, I am, Story King Brent, the Wall Street dropout. But the truth of the matter is, I was never really a good employee. If we're just being completely honest, I had the skills to thrive in the environment. I had the intelligence to secure the jobs. But I was never really the star of my team. I was never really the go-to point person on any projects. I was a good role player. Like if we were in the NBA, I would be like a good guy in the starting lineup or like coming off the bench. So with that being said, when I noticed that writings would be on the wall, I would make sure, that I had savings in order. So there was a time when I used to dread going to work, and it's just like, man, I could get fired any day. But when I built up my finances to have 6 months of savings in place, I felt real easy going to work because it's just like, yo, y'all, if today is that day, at least I'll be cool. When I got let go from my first company, they gave me a crazy severance. Shout outs to them. It was a lit summer. They gave me, they gave me like 4 months of severance. So it was almost like I was working for free. But in that time, I was thinking, wow, I really enjoy the way this feels. I like not having to go into the office because, while I remain my authentic self in the office, and I think that was my best asset to contribute to the teams, it wasn't something that I was necessarily passionate about, and not something that I could see myself doing for the next 30 to 40 years. So if anybody is going through uncertain times, if you're in a period where you have to rethink and re-strategize where you are, my first piece of advice is to get financially secure. So if you need money and you have to pick up a certain job or odd job, get financially secure. Get a couple months in place where if you don't make a dollar or a cent, you could still have the peace of mind that you're going to be okay. The peace of mind is going to go volumes. But right after that, figure out what you could offer the world within your skill set at this very moment that could monetize. If you were on a high level job, you have some sort of skill set to offer the world. It's only about figuring out how you can package it and use it to the advantage of yourself. Because an invoice is going to pay you a lot more than a paycheck. When you get that invoice, that could be 10 paychecks in one. So figure out how to move from paycheck to invoice. How can you utilize the skills that you already possess? Or maybe this is the time you can learn a new skill. You can learn a new skill that'll pay you, but finances are ultra important. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, money is not important no, life isn't free. And, you can't rent all these Porsches and Range Rovers with hope. So get the money right. But try to figure out how you can move from paycheck to invoice, package your skills up, and see how you can utilize them and how you can help people. That's the key, is just always helping people be selfless.
Only coming on here to let you know to go ahead and follow Story King Brent, because literally every time I watch his stories, I get life. Every fucking day, every time. Just give me life. Give me life, King. Story King with a pinky ring.
Over the past year, I've really been intentional on just becoming the greatest version of myself. What is the greatest version of myself? Not saying that anything that I was doing before is detrimental, or if people are still doing that, I'm better or they're worse. Anything. I just feel like for me personally, I want to evolve, right? So it's been It's been over a year since I drank alcohol. I haven't had a sip of alcohol in over a year. And there wasn't really anything dramatic behind it. I was at the factory one day DJing, and everybody knows if you check out my social media that I love to have girls come up to the booth, everything. So I always have tequila shots ready to go. So there was a time when nobody likes to drink alone, you know. So if you hand somebody a shot, they're like, "Oh, take a shot with me." Boom, easy. Yeah, let's do it. But I remember specifically I was DJing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It was a Thursday, and I handed a girl a shot, and she was like, "Take a shot with me." And I was just thinking in my head, like, I gotta come back tomorrow and the day after that. I'm not trying to drink tonight. And I was just like, nah, I don't drink when I'm DJing. That was the first thing I said. And from that moment on, I that was the last drink I've had. Again, nothing crazy. But then a couple months later, I started the raw vegan journey, where I went like 220 plus days, only strictly raw fruits and vegetables. And the reason I'm telling all of this is because I realized as I was elevating my mind that certain things and certain high caliber people don't have certain types of behavior. When's the last time you heard Barack Obama curse in a speech? He doesn't have to. His words are so powerful that he can use his words in a way where he doesn't have to communicate with profanity. Now, we are living in profane times. So profanity is necessary at times. But I think there's much to be said about being intellectual, that you don't have to use these type of words to get your point across. And, you know, we're shortchanging the human language if we're just confining ourselves to these 4-letter words to express these harsh emotions. So I've been working on not using profanity, you know, getting my body and my mind and my spirit right. I call it like God body. You know, I want to be God body everything. What would God do? If God wouldn't do it in my body, I shouldn't strive to do it. So I shouldn't curse. I should be, you know, getting my workouts in. I should be having my food intake be pure and not using profane words, and also even filler words. I want to take time and think about what I'm saying, so I don't say like, woo, because when you look at the people that we consider to be exceptional humans, they don't have this type of behavior. But it didn't happen overnight. They practiced and they were intentional about improving themselves. And I'm just in a period of deciding to finish and be the most ultimate God body Brento that the world can see.
Hey man, fine. Got my joint. I'm excited, bro. Yo, this is hard. This is hard. Wall Street Dropout. Let's get it.
Peep the inside.
Hey.
Peep the detail.
Right.
You
Yo,
know?
this is, hey man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get.
Feel that joint. Yeah.
Let me get some more of these.
Yeah, man. The
This
back.
Bro, this is quality.
Hey, man.
It
It costs, you know?
Right. Yeah, this is some legendary shit, bro. I love it, man. Thank
Love,
you, man.
bro. I would just say I'm in a period of my life right now, and I feel like a lot of other people are right now, where we are searching for the polish to what we're already establishing. And I want to reiterate that it's time to make that decision to finish whatever it is that you have in your head. Get your goals down and decide to finish. That's really the only thing I ever have to double down on. Decide to finish your goals. Decide to finish to get your mind, body, physical, spiritual, right, and just decide to finish it. Whatever it is, whatever that it is for you.